Here we are on a section of the AT. We've been walking for about a half an hour. And as you can probably tell, it is cold. We had snow the other day, I guess like on Thursday, so it's pretty crunchy and packed down and kind of annoying to walk through, to be honest, but it's good that we're getting out here when it's like this. Anyway, I don't know how far we're going to go today. We parked in a lot nearby at just like a random road crossing, and we're gonna do a couple miles out and back, I guess. Nothing crazy. I'm not really sure what to expect as far as like terrain. I didn't even check gut hooks or maps or anything like that. We just hopped on and started walking. It's really nice out. It's not windy at all. I am wearing exactly what I plan on starting in, and I'm really happy with the clothes that I've chosen. I switched out my, what were they, the Ultra Lone Peak 3.5s for a pair of men's Solomons, and I'm really happy that I did. This is the view behind us. The camera really doesn't do it justice. But we're in another north section of trail, or North Jersey section of trail.
High Point.
Yeah, we are near High Point.
In High Point State Park.
In High Point? Yes, we are in High Point State Park, as I am told. I never know where I am. It took us about an hour to get here today. Nobody else on trail at all. We parked in some backwoods parking lot that looks like a scene out of Jeepers Creepers or something, and there's like nobody else out here. Jay's legs have been feeling better, we think. He's got a couple days left of the Doxy meds for Lyme. Hopefully they'll continue to improve. And I guess I will pick up with the trail later. I'm kind of afraid to walk and film at the same time just because I'm really trying to be careful of where I'm stepping, and also it's really loud. Right?
Yes.
Yes. Super loud to be walking through snow. I will flip the camera around so that you can all see. Sorry, I'm sniffling so much. So this is where our view is at the moment. And I think probably somewhere around here you can see the High Point Monument. We saw it when we were in the car driving. I don't even know if we're headed northbound or southbound. Do we think we're northbound or southbound right now?
I think we're going south.
We always say anytime we get on trail and we're going southbound, the two of us just look at each other and we're like, who are we? It's so weird feeling like you're going the wrong direction. I will pick up later. Bye. All right, I'm gonna try talking and walking at the same time, which seems like it should not be difficult, but it is kind of icy, and I'm really not looking to break an ankle 4 months before we leave. The last time I went winter hiking, we did a couple miles, like just a short section of, I want to say, it might have been Pennsylvania or right along the PA, New Jersey border. And it was in March, so everything, there was still snow on the ground, it was icy, it was cold. I wasn't really into hiking so much yet, and we spent the night, I think we were in Jersey, but we spent the night and totally not prepared. I'm stuck on thorns. Okay. Totally not prepared. It was kind of miserable. And since then, I just, anytime I think about walking in the snow, hiking in the snow or anything, it's just, ugh. I hate the winter to begin with. I don't think I could ever have a February start for the trail. I'm just too much of an emotional terrorist during the winter. So it's something I'm trying to prep myself for, is being outside every day when it's kind of desolate. But I'm hoping though that hiking will maybe make me appreciate it more, or I might just descend into a pit of anger and rage from walking in the mud and snow. We'll see. I don't know. It is really peaceful though when there's snow on the ground. I will give it that. And also really muddy. The class how miserable that one night was on trail in New Jersey a couple years ago in the winter. I think it was in March or something, or maybe it was in February, but there was a lot of snow on the ground. And we were not prepared to sleep on the floor of the Z-Pax duplex. Nothing against that tent, there was nothing wrong with it, but it was rather miserable.
Yeah, it was cold. I mean, we were prepared though, like we had sleeping pads and everything, and all that was fine. But every time you like take your arm off of your sleeping pad and you freeze.
But I feel like the sleeping pad I had was not good. It wasn't like a Thermarest Neo whatever. It was, I just remember being really cold and uncomfortable sleeping directly on packed down snow, which, I mean, obviously is not going to be an issue since we're hammocking, but I remember waking up the next morning and I was like, I just want to go. I didn't sleep for crap that night. That was not a pleasant experience. As long as I'm talking about not really enjoying hiking through sort of like winter conditions, which I am fully aware I'm going to have in March, but I would talk about a couple of things that I am nervous about with this northbound attempt. So the first thing is injury. I know that just in this past year, the survey that the Trek did about, you know, just all these different statistics, and one of the things that they ask is, if you didn't finish, why did you not finish? And 34% of those people said it was because of it. I don't know what kinds of injuries that people get off trail for, like if they literally break an ankle and have to get off trail. I don't really think that that's what happens. Maybe it's bad knees, I don't know. I'm nervous about that. The other fear I have is the emotional roller coaster that I know so many thru hikers experience. I'm nervous about that for sure. I'm hoping that Jay and I can help each other out by just making sure that neither one of us gets too stuck in our own heads. But that's definitely on my mind. The other fear I have, which is the bane of my existence, are ticks. Everybody asks me, what do you do for safety? Do you carry a gun on trail? What about bears? I'm like, I don't give a crap about a bear. I care about ticks and their stupid freaking crap like Lyme's disease that they carry. I told Jay the other day that I'm gonna buy him a flea and tick collar and make him wear it for all 6 months that we're out there. So yeah, ticks scare me. I never really thought much about them before, but after his 2 little rendezvous with Lyme's disease, they freak me out. I guess those are the 3 things that I am nervous for. The other thing, which we were talking about together on the way here this morning, was what do I tell my students? You know, I have a leave of absence from work for family reasons, and that is the absolute truth. We're doing this hike for reasons that are very personal, which I will get into eventually, I think, before we leave. But my students don't know that, their parents don't know that. How much do I tell them? I obviously I'm not pregnant, so I'm not taking a maternity leave, and anytime a teacher normally goes out, it's for a maternity leave. And I'm not really sure what to say to them. Do I tell them that I'm taking a leave of absence? Do I go into detail about why I'm taking the leave of absence, what I'm going to be doing? I don't know. And so I think I'm gonna ask some other coworkers of mine what their opinion is, and maybe, you know, I really want to be honest with them, because deep down I think that it's important for teenagers to realize that things happen in life that you can't control. So that's kind of where I'm at with that right now. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna stop recording for a second because it's getting really steep here. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. All right, I am back. We are almost back at the road. I can hear the cars coming by, so assuming we must be pretty close. We stopped about, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half in or so, because I got pretty hungry, and we christened my new cook pot with Idaho Spuds. 3 cheese to be exact. My plan for some meals on trail is to take things like dried mashed potatoes, pasta, some sort of carb source, and then mail myself dehydrated chicken, beef, or venison, which I just ordered a tub of, or one of the big cans of dehydrated chicken from Mountain House, which I've had before and I think is really good, but it's pricey to buy stuff that way. So what I've decided is I'm going to experiment with dehydrating. So I think I'm gonna order one on Amazon, or maybe just go over to Bed Bath & Beyond and pick one up and just experiment. You can get them, and one of the women who's also hiking this season, who's subscribed to my channel recently, I follow her on Facebook as well, and she's resupplying herself the entire way, and more power to you. I just don't have like the mental capacity to do that much dehydrating. I'm not even gonna lie. But I asked her how long her dehydrated meat lasts, and she said about 6 months, and she just packages it in Ziplocs. So why not? And if it crashes and burns, it crashes and burns. What are you gonna do? My knight in shining armor is waiting for me at the car, and he's holding a ball of ice to throw at me. Let's turn around and see what he has. You're so sweet. How long have you been waiting here?
4 hours.
4 hours, really? 4 hours. We're in the car on 80, headed home. We may or may not have driven a little bit out of the way because I was watching a YouTube video about dehydrating chicken and beef and stuff, and I might have turned off the directions. But anyway, we found a dehydrator that's in stock in our Bed Bath & Beyond nearby, so we're gonna go get that. And I think I'm going to experiment with dehydrating venison that we have in the freezer tonight. I don't know if we have any chicken, but I'll definitely eventually do that. But I think for tonight, we're just going to do ground venison that we get from the butcher that's actually fat-free, so the less fat you have, the better it dehydrates. So we will see how that goes. And maybe I'll take some video while we're doing it, because I'm sure it's going to be interesting, to say the least.